of course, on TCU and Georgia. Notre Dame has found their quarterback. Notre Dame. Paul, you mentioned this, and Craig, you've mentioned this. It was a matter of time. Sam Hartman, Wake Forest, is now a part of the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, this is a great move for them. It's a great move for Marcus Freeman. Sam Hartman is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and if you've watched him play at Wake Forest, he is a guy he is a difficult quarterback to get. And there's a couple games where you can see it where he's in a rut, but man, it's difficult for a defense to get him there. He's tough. He's a gamer. He came back from the blood clot issue. Really, really excellent player. And it's going to, I think, fit in really well with Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame. And again, it's 1 year. He needed to improve his stock, and there are a couple things going on at Wake Forest that were hurting him for whatever reason. The biggest of which is that they run the slow mesh, and nobody in the NFL runs the slow mesh, so he needed to go to an offense that is more NFL friendly. And the second thing, and this was addressed by David Clawson, is Wake Forest doesn't have the big NIL collectives like everybody else does, and Notre Dame does. So Sam Hartman, if he's not going to be an NFL quarterback, needs to maximize his name while he can.
Yeah, I mean, he's undoubtedly their starting quarterback next year, that's for sure. And so they're going to go from, a situation where it, wasn't probably as bad as it was made out to be, but wasn't as good as it could have been either. Last year to, Pine and Buckner to now, one of the most highly sought after transfers of the entire, college football offseason, and a guy who clearly, as Paul pointed out, did his thing at a very high level. At Wake Forest. So, I think this is a huge pickup for Notre Dame, to state the obvious, and I'm excited to see, how he's able to get in there for Marcus Freeman and company and make that difference that they're looking for him to make for them. Because if you looked at Notre Dame all year, what was probably one of the biggest gripes was certainly you'd have felt like you could probably get more out of the quarterback position. And again, that criticism was probably levied too much at times, because I think they got better play than they probably gave credit for in some cases. But, obviously this is an upgrade. He'll get, some looks in a very interesting schedule next year against a variety of teams like USC and Ohio State, all in the first few weeks of the season. They play Clemson next year. They play a ton of other Pitt, NC State, Louisville. So that'll be fun to see him lined up against that grab bag of teams, and really good pickup for the Irish.
I believe Buckner played very well in their bowl game, and they would love to have had that more consistently. But Sam Hartman now at Notre Dame.